So what are the best Singapore tech stocks right now, and also what is the outlook as we move into 2022? Hey guys, Joey here, top tier myself, trader in Philips Securities, and in this video we'll be looking at the four popular Singapore tech stocks, right, that I've covered previously as well, and what is the outlook as we head into 2022, right? I mean, we have seen a little bit of volatility in 2021, where prices have like tanked down due to concerns on rate hikes and kind of like rebounded for many of them. So where are we right now, and can we actually see more upside, or can the uptrend actually continue as we move into 2022? Right, so this will be what will be covered. Stick around all the way to the end if you want to find out what are these four Singapore tech stocks that I will share with you that you can also put in your watch list, right, to position yourself for the upcoming year. Okay, so the first tech stock I would like to share with you would be this company called AEM, right? AEM, one of those really good Singapore tech stocks that I've covered many times, and one of those good, I would say, thermal stock, which is in like a good uptrend that you definitely want to put in your watch list for 2022 as well, right? So this is where we are currently at about $5.24. I've talked about this stock, somewhere in the beginning of 2021, and we've seen quite a good uptrend as it was like consolidating below this level at about the $4.40, $4.30 kind of a resistance level since February to about November. Alright, so it's like about 9 to 10 months we were trading below the $4.30, $4.40 level, and then we kind of broke that level, and that's when the uptrend really kind of like started, and we saw a little bit more momentum coming back fast, right? So started to push up, from like $4.30 to about $5, a little bit of profit taking, and right now you can see we are pretty much back to some consolidation in an uptrend, right? So that's a good thing, because we don't want to see it like move up too fast each time it finds a new high. We want to see like some profit taking, maybe a good retracement slightly to a higher support level, and then it consolidates before attempting to push higher again, right? So you can see that over the past like 2 to 3 weeks or maybe a month, we have seen a little bit of support coming back around the 490 level. You can see this was pretty much the resistance in February, alright, and we have kind of broke that level. So this resistance will kind of like become a new support level around $4.90 to about $5. That is pretty much the support level for this company right now, all the way up towards the $5.40, $5.50 level. I think $5.50 would be kind of like the near-term resistance. We might see a little bit of upside to there, and then that's where some profit taking can come back again, right? So the range is about $4.90 to about $5.50. You can see that this is where the green line, this is a 20 days moving average line, is starting to like flatten out, alright, starting to flatten out, so that kind of like shows a little bit of sideways for now in the short term, alright, which is good as I mentioned. But in the longer term, look at this, right? This red line, 100 days moving average pointing up. The blue line is the 200 days moving average, and both of them are pointing up, red above the blue. That's a good thing in terms of the longer term uptrend. That's why I feel that this counter is still looking quite okay, right? As long as the near term support at $4.90 or maybe even $5 is holding, I think it looks quite good in terms of the uptrend. In 2022, we can actually see a little bit more upside, and this is one of those stocks that you can also put in your watch list as well, right? If we can break the $5.50 targets, maybe revise higher to about $6, all right, and that would be the near-term target. So I think one of the main weakness or kind of like the downside risk for tech counters would be talks about inflationary pressures, and also like ongoing interest rate hikes. So they kind of like, I think the Fed came out and say that there will be probably about 3 rate hikes coming in for 2022, all right. So that has kind of like we have seen a little bit of weakness over the past 2 to 3 weeks because of that news, so it kind of like been priced in already. So bearing any negative news flow coming from that sense, the interest rate hike news, then I would say that it's still okay, alright. But of course, if the Fed comes out and say they want to hike rates by 3 or 4 or 5 times or more than what they have announced previously, then it might not be a good thing. That's where many of those tech stocks can be hit as well. Right, but this AEM is not too bad. All right, one of those good firmer blue chip tech stocks in Singapore. Okay, so let me move on to the second Singapore tech stock I'd like to share with you, and this company would be UMS. Right, UMS is also one of those good, I would say, uptrending tech stocks in the longer term in terms of the uptrend like AEM, but of course in the short term we did see a little bit of selling over the past 1 month as well, right, due to talks about rate hikes and all that, right? So UMS right here trading about 1.48. In fact, later I'll show you what it says on my system. So I have a system called 1GT, one good trend, whereby we had a couple of good bullish entry and exit signals on this stock as well. I think we had like a new bullish signal coming out recently as well. I'll show you that in a bit. But this is UMS trading about $1.48. So quite a good uptrend, or something like AEM. You can see that we can draw what we call an upward sloping channel support line right here, connecting all the lows, forming what we call higher lows, whereby buyers are kind of like prepared to come in, all right, to buy at higher prices, and that's why the low each time you can see is higher than the previous low. So that's a good thing in terms of the uptrend. All right, and we actually had quite good support right here around 120. You can see 120 was like the resistance, and that's where we kind of like broke that level, came down, rebounded from it. So I think 120 is a really good support. So we have not really gone to that level, and so far I would say 140 to 145 seems like a really good support over the past 2 weeks as well. I think we have broke that 145 level, right? So 140 was kind of like a longer term support. You can see this is where the 100 days moving average line is as well. So I think just about a week back, we're somewhere around here. We're holding above this level, and then buyers came back and we kind of broke this 145, right? 145 is a little bit of a temp resistance level. We're consolidating, you can see, for about 5 days, 1, 2, 3, about 5 to 6 days here, and we kind of like went back above the 145. So that's a good thing in terms of the more upside, reversal starting to happen again, all right, above this 145 level, all the way to around the 155, right? Why 155? You can see this is where we were somewhere in November, about a month back, right, just before the sell down, when there were talks about rate hikes. Many of those tech stocks in Singapore and the US sold off as well. Of course, UMS is one of them. We kind of broke down at 145, went to 140, and now we are pretty much back to this range again, from 145 all the way to about 155, right? That is the near-term resistance. But 155, that's where we can see a little bit of selling. And of course, if we can break the 155, I think that would be probably next year. All right, it's like a few days. We are like end of December. All right, today is like the 30th of December 2021, right? So pretty much the end of the year. Happy New Year to all of you guys who are watching this video, and we're wishing you a good 2022 year, right? So yeah, pretty much in a few days we will be in 2022, right? So I think that for 2022, I think the uptrend can still look quite good, I would say, as long as we hold above the 140 to 145 new support level that's formed, and also where the longer term moving average is as well, right? So that would be the range, all right? After 155, targets can be raised all the way to maybe about 170, all right? So this is UMS right here, all right? The second Singapore tech stock I'll like share with you that you can also put in your watch list to continue riding the uptrend further in 2022. Okay, just wanted to show you very quickly what it shows on my 1GT, one good trend system that I have that kind of like alerts us to counters like this, and also guides us on entry and exit, right? So this is UMS, as I mentioned just now. UMS, we somewhere like March, April, we had a couple of good bullish entry and exit signals. You can see a green arrow pointing up. It's like an entry signal, kind of went up a bit. We got an exit, a white arrow pointing down. All right, and you can see this is like a green bar, pretty much green in color, which means like it's an uptrend. All right, that's where we want to think about buying. All right, not just buy anywhere, but we want to buy at zones or areas of value whereby there's more reward in terms of the upside reward to like downside risk. All right, so high reward to risk ratio kind of positions that we can take our trades on, right? So a couple of good bullish signals. You can see somewhere in June, I think it's like June, we got a bullish signal, went up a little bit, exit, entry, exit, right? Started to consolidate a bit, nothing much here, but I think somewhere around like November, started to see quite a good move. We got an exit. And yes, just recently, I would say that, yeah, I think yesterday, right? Yesterday, we kind of like a good bullish signal. All right, you can see this like green arrow pointing up, right? So it's still playing out, right? We only had like a bullish signal just yesterday. So I think it's, if you can hold above that 145 or maybe that 140 level, this signal might start to play out. Eventually, we can break the 150 to hit to maybe about 155, as I mentioned. And of course, if you can break the 155 level, that immediate resistance level, that's where we can potentially hit towards 160 to 170 and hopefully this plays out, and if we see an exit signal, it can kind of like guide us to exit as well, to take some profit or to take some money off the table as well, right? So that's how a system can help you. You can kind of like take the emotions out of trading. If you have a system, and that's where you kind of like guide you on when to get in, so when to get out. Okay, so the next tech stock I would like to share with you with this company called Franken, right? So guys, if you like this video, go ahead to give me an early thumbs up or a like. It will definitely help out the channel, it will help out in the algorithm to reach out to more people, and thank you so much for doing that. Of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you've not yet done so. That's where you will not miss out on videos like this. Alright, so this is the third Singapore tech stock like share view, and this would be Franken. Alright, one of those stocks that we covered a few months back as well. Alright, and we were actually seeing quite a good uptrend, all the way up to somewhere around like October, November, and we started to see a little bit of selling. Right, so it was quite good, actually holding above this support around the $2.10 level that I talked about 1 or 2 months back. You can see right here, it was somewhere in like November last month. So we were actually holding above this $2.10, which was a really good support, all the way from like August to like November, about 2 to 3 months. You can see we rebounded, and we neared it. And unfortunately, you can see somewhere around like early of December, we kind of broke this $2.10 level. So not that good, I would say, in terms of the short term when we broke that level. And of course, the 20 days moving average, the short term moving average, started to turn down as well. So short term, a little bit of weakness. All right, we broke the 210, of course the $2 psychological level right here gave way as well. So normally you want to probably wait to see a little bit of stability and a good support, with it holding for a bit, before like staging a reversal or rebound before thinking about getting in, right? So yeah, we kind of broke the 210. The $2 gave way as well, unfortunately, right? And that's where we headed to around the 180, all right, 180, pretty much where we were in June, all right, about 5 to 6 months back. You can see this was pretty much the support. It was a very, very good uptrend here before it started to push up all the way, and now we are back here. All right, so 180 is like the near-term support, all right, which we have been holding for the past 2 weeks, all right. For the past 2 weeks, we're holding above there, all right, and also where the longer term moving average is as well. So I would say that in terms of the short term, right, we are still looking a little bit bearish, right? But over the past like 1-2 days, we did manage to climb back up. So as I say, right, 180 is like the near term support, pretty much back to where we were in June, July, and we were like consolidating from like 180 to 190 over the past like a week. And just yesterday, right, we kind of like went above this 190 level, right? So that is kind of like, okay, it's only like 1 or 2 days, guys, so we need a little bit more confirmation. But having seen this is slightly a good thing, I mean, compared to like, when it just broke the 210 and consolidated, went down and broke the $2 and went down. It could actually break the 180 and went down to like 170 or 160. I mean, that could actually happen. I mean, the fact that we broke the support and went down, we broke support and went down, it could actually broke the 180, right? But the fact is that we have kind of like consolidated from 180 to 190. You can see up down for like a few days, about 5 days, and we did not break the 180, right? Instead, we actually went back above that immediate near-term resistance level at 190. So that's a bit of a good sign to show that buyers are kind of like prepared to maybe take it up, all right, maybe for this beginning of the reversal to happen again. Especially, all right, this is key, right? Especially if we can hold above this 190 now, right? 1.90, that would be like the new resistance. It was like red in color. If I turn it to green in color, that would be like the new support level right now for Franken. We definitely want to see it hold above 190. I think that could be a good sign, for a good reversal right here, because if we come back down below that 190, then it's not a good thing. We are pretty much back to the same consolidation as we were just last week. But having gone back above 190 can be a sign whereby some good reversal can actually happen. But as I say, it's only like 1 or 2 days. All right, so far it's like 191, we're still above 190, but we have to spot probably next year to see if we can hold above 190. And of course, if we might consolidate from 190 to $2, and if that gives way as well, $2, that's where we can start to see the reversal starting to happen more firmly. Hopefully the shorter term trend indicators in terms of the moving averages will start to like reverse back up. That could be a good thing in terms of the reversal in the short term as well, all the way back up to like 210 or maybe that $2.30 level. All right, so this is Franken here. One of those tech stocks that we like, I would say, for since the beginning of the year, but unfortunately we kind of saw a little bit of weakness in the short term. It didn't really hold on that well compared to like AEM and UMS. It kind of like broke a few supports and we started to see weakness. But yeah, I think this is one of those stocks that you can put in your watch list as well as we begin 2022 to see if a reversal can happen and the uptrend can potentially continue further. Okay, so this would be the fourth, alright, and the final Singapore tech stock I would like to share with you that you can put in your watch list for 2022. Right, so this is ISDN, also one of those tech stocks that have been, I would say, a very gentle uptrend. Alright, I mean compared to AEM and UMS, they are a little bit stronger, but ISDN a little bit of sideways consolidation. Of course, we saw a little bit of selling, a bit of profit taking over the past few months as it moved sideways, but so far it has been holding quite well as well. So this is the fourth stock, ISDN, right, trading about 0.72. So we can actually draw, look at this upward sloping green line right here connecting the lows, right, since like last year. I would say very gentle uptrend. It started to push up right here somewhere in the beginning of the year. We kind of like surged up to like 80 cents, and we have been like consolidating for most part of the year from like January to December this year, from like about 60 cents to about that 80 cents, right? 60 to 80 cents. It's like a 20 cents range. You can see it's like moving up and down. It's consolidated, and that's where we could actually see some support coming back as well, a little bit higher, right? So this is where we are about 72, right? So we kind of like went below this like 70 cent support, like of course when the market sold off in early December due to like inflationary pressures. All right, we went to like this 65 cents level. You can see 65 cents level. This is a little bit of resistance, turn support, also where the green line, the channel support line is as well, and we kind of rebounded from it. So there were actually some upside targets that were drawn. All right, clients I think were alerted as well as we consolidate here, and this is a good thing because we have kind of came back over the past few days above this 70 cents level. So that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing because of the short term upside, in terms of short-term upside, could actually start to happen again, with prices coming back above this green line, the 20 days moving average. Look at this. This is a green line. We have gone above the green line. Of course, the green line would hopefully start to point up. That's a good thing. And the next thing would be, being back above this 70 cents psychological resistance level. You can see we kind of like touched, we came down, it was like a support here, we broke the support, it became resistance, it was support, and now we are back up here again. So that could be the upside all the way to maybe about 75 cents. All right, in the short term, 75 cents first, then maybe to that 80 cents, right? I think that could become like the range in the short term, where we might actually see selling coming back again from like 75 to 80 cents. That's what we saw. You can see in like November, mid of November, we saw like some profit taking. So if like got out here, that's where you can think about getting in again, and now we're like kind of like making our way back up there again, whereby we can see selling, right? So as I say, right, this company is not in a very firm uptrend. It's a little bit more sideways, or in terms of the longer term. All right, look at this. As I say, we are like 60 to 80 cents. So as we approach this level, selling can actually come back again. So that's where you can think about taking some money off the table, or protecting your profits upwards, or just getting out and maybe wait for a pullback to get in again. All right, so this is ISDN. All right, one of the stocks, the Singapore tech stocks that you can also put in your watch list for 2022. So there we have it, guys. These are the 4 Singapore tech stocks that you can put in your watch list, right, to think about how you can position yourselves for 2022. All right, so yes, I hope you have kind of like taken note of some of the key levels, and I would say for these 4 tech stocks, the one that are looking the strongest right now would be like AEM and UMS. All right, Franken have kind of gone down, as I say, a little bit more on the reversal, kind of like a bargain hunting play, but we still need a bit more confirmation. All right, and ISDN is a little bit more sideways, so you want to think about getting out at certain levels whereby selling can actually come back. Right, so these are pretty much the 4 Singapore tech stocks that I like share with you that you can monitor or put them in your watch list for 2022. Right, so let me know in the comments below, what is your biggest takeaway on these 4 stocks? What are your thoughts on these 4 stocks? Which do you think are the strongest? And I hope you like this video, right? And guys, if you like this video, I would appreciate if you can give me a like. All right, smash the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on any videos like this, right? So I look forward to speak with you. All right, Happy New Year. A good Happy New Year to you in 2022. Wishing you a good year of health, wealth, and happiness. And thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I look forward to see you in the next video. Joey here, take care.